Welcome back to Car Chat TV. My name's Oliver, and in today's episode we're going to get down and dirty with VW with their electric offering, the ID.3. Now, we haven't reviewed an electric VW on our channel yet, so today is going to be interesting. So what can you expect from today's video? I'm going to give you 3 cool features about this ID.3. I'm going to be totally 100% honest with you and tell you what this thing is like handling on the road, what the noise is like, all the stuff that really matters. So without further ado, come with me, let's jump into the driver's seat.
Going all the way up. I'm going all the way up.
Right, so I'm inside of the VW ID.3. This is the 58 kilowatt Pro Performance Life, which is the only one you can actually order on VW's website at the moment due to semiconductor shortages and other parts. They did do a 45 kilowatt and a 77 kilowatt, but at the moment, that's not available. It's very roomy inside. It's so cool. And you know what? There's a nice little bit of touchy material at the top, but then that's when it does finish. It does get a little bit scratchy and cheap. So it does feel like an entry-level affordable car. This is around 60, that's too much. It's around 36 is what I'm trying to say. Around 36K you're looking at for this model of 58 kilowatts, 201 brake horsepower, so it has got a little bit of go, which I've noticed. A cool thing about the VW ID.3 is its charging. It can take up to 100 kilowatts fast charging, and you can charge it at home on a 7 kilowatt wall box as well. If you charge it at home, 7 kilowatt wall box, you're going to get around 0 to full in 7 hours 15 minutes, which isn't too bad. And then you're looking at 260-ish miles for the range total. This is where I would like to say, if anyone does own an ID.3 and have you been getting the 260 miles range, it's always good to hear from real world owners, and also how long it takes you to charge. So I think you can charge from 10 to 80% on our fast charger up to 100 kilowatts with 33 minutes from 10 to 80%. But again, one good thing on our channel is when people come into the comments that people own the vehicle, it's always good to see a case study about what people get. So let me know if you have got an ID.3. Also, I've got the mode at the moment in B mode, which harvests the battery. So this is on the MEB platform. We've had a loan from Audi on the Q4. It's the same thing. And I would just drive this car in B mode, harvesting the battery as soon as I lift off the pedal, off the play pedal, which I think is a really good touch, by the way, a little play and a pause. I'm a gamer, so I love the play and the pause. It kind of like references that. It's pretty cool. When I'm in the B mode, I literally lift off the pedal and I can just feel the car immediately harvesting back. And I'm tight. I want to save the battery. I want to try and get that 260 miles from the 58 kilowatt version. That's just me. At the moment, it says I got 182 miles on this digital dash. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a techie guy. I don't like the infotainment and the digital dash. It feels like it's stuck on. It's very blocky. I know VW are going for minimalistic, modern, futuristic, but I still think you can have it a bit sleeker. It just looks a little bit like, I'm going to stick that here. I'm going to stick that here. And I just don't know, it just looks a bit off. Again, now I've heard rumors, so I'm going to say the first bit, is the touch buttons. Everybody knows that they suck, pretty much. The haptic feedback, they're molded from one bit of plastic. They've been better off just doing normal buttons, which I think they are going to go back to when they release future models and updates and facelifts. They will go back to buttons on the steering wheel because they are poor and they're weird haptic feedback. So I've got to be honest with you there. And again, the temperature control, it's kind of like merged in with the infotainment here. They're touch, so you have to temperature control, use touch. So those are just a couple of little niggles, you know. It is subjective, that is my personal opinion, but I do think VW will rectify those. But let me know what you think in the thoughts in the comments below. Okay, so this car is rear-wheel drive, and VW say that this can do 7.3 seconds on this 201 brake horsepower, 58 kilowatt engine variant. So I'm going to find a sporty setting. Let's have a look. I've got a mode button here. Click that. So I've got eco mode, no. Comfort. I've got sport mode. Let's put it on sport. And I'm sure we can have a little bit of fun with this. So 7.3 seconds. I want to try and have a little poke and put my foot down, coming around this corner, because the steering, oh yeah, it's a little bit stiffer. It's good, very direct. Right, let's give it a bit of a, hey, that's not bad. A bit progressive, not like instant, and we're pulling away though. Look at that. That was good. And I reckon because it's rear-wheel drive, you can have some fun with the B roads with this ID3, just lifting off mid-corner or just putting the power down, especially if it's a little bit wet as well. So it has got a little bit of poke. You can get away. It's not going to be as powerful and as responsive as some of, you know, the Tesla. I didn't want to say Tesla, but everyone compares to the Tesla, the Model 3. We've been in the Model 3, and when you do jab your foot, you do get a little bit. But in sport mode, you can have some fun with it, and that's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. But let's talk about the handling, because it does what it needs to. And everyone that's buying this car, everyone that needs an A to B, a runaround, good space, it's Golf size, but you've got more space inside than the Golf. The center console is low as well, because the batteries are on the right at the bottom of the car, giving that low center of gravity. There's no transmission tunnel, so you've got a lot of airy space inside. And you know what? It's got good charging as well, compared to some competitors like the Nissan Leaf or the BMW i3 extended range. It's got more range than them. So it is a good, affordable entry. Plus, you get a German badge on the front, all right, which I know people still care about. Some people out there, they're like, no, I don't care about badges anymore. Stop lying, all right? So it is good, and we've always had that power, and it can be a good little bit of fun. Let's get the power down again. What I've noticed in the VW ID3, which I think is a great point, is just how quiet it is. It's super quiet, and I think that's pretty important for people that just want a bit of peace and quiet. They dropped their kids off, they've done whatever, they want to chill on their ride home, and they just want some you time. And again, you can just chill, sit back. This car is relaxed. I'd say it's comfortable, it's relaxed. You've got those different modes you can play around with if you want to have a little fiddle. And you've got good range, good space. We'll have a little chat about the boot later on. But it is comfortable, it is chilled, and there is no noise. A little bit of wind noise maybe, because it's quite windy today. But other than that, it's pretty fancy. Now I have got Adam behind me who's sitting in the rear seats, because we know he likes it in the rear. So Adam, talk to me about comfort levels back there.
So we're in the back of the ID3, and I've been there for a little while now, and I've got everything set up, and I was actually quite surprised, because I always thought the ID3 was quite a small car, but actually it's a bit of a TARDIS, because inside it's got quite a lot of room. And let me show you the room. So basically I've got my camera set up here, these are my knees, quite a lot of room, and I quite like the doors as well over here. They're designed quite nicely, and there's a lot of light in the rear cabin, so I'm quite impressed. And I'd say it's quite comfy. You can definitely get like probably 2 kids in here, something like that. And yeah, plenty of room for them. There's a couple of USBs down there as well. So all in all, I'd say it's very functional and pretty comfy.
There you go, he's happy. One thing that's really handy is that the ID3 is a 10.2 meters turning circle. That's the same as a little baby small VW up. Look at that. Still not going to get me out of this position though. Again, space is really handy. The boot is 385 litres of boot space, which is bigger than a Golf. So this car is exceptional really, because if you're going to move into the electrification area and you want a full EV car, and you like the Golf, you like the size of the Golf, but you want a little bit more space, then this is a great option. And I love what VW have done here. It does feel very affordable. At this level, feels a little bit basic with the materials, but I think it is a great option. And if you are interested, check it out on the website. I think the one they offer at the moment is the 58 kilowatt. It might have repeated myself from the start. 36k, you're looking at around 36k. I haven't been in a Cupra Born. Now that is pretty much a replica of this car, but the styling's a little bit different. Again, subjective, you might say it's a little bit better. And I think standard, it does have a bigger 12-inch infotainment screen as well. So that's just another little option that you might be looking at as well. But I would love to know your thoughts on the VW ID3. If anyone owns one of these at the moment and you're getting on really well with it, Let me know in the comments what range you're getting, how long it's taking you to charge it at home, out and about. It's always interesting to see what other people are getting. If you like the episode, throw us a like. I think we deserve it. As always, comment down below, get subbed, and I'll see you on the next one.